How he's going? We're back here. Where are we? Look at that. Throw it in all its glory. Yep, I'm back working on the test mule again. So yeah, back into the test mule. Basically just going to finish off the mechanicals before I fabricate the exhaust and do the electrical. So without further ado, I'll rip into it. Yeah, sorry if I'm talking quiet, boys. The young fella's in bed asleep, so I try not to be too noisy. But basically, got the oil lines finished off there. Got them heat shielded. Got a wiring loom in it, as you can see. Got a battery tray in it. One thing I do have to do. Is take the water pump. I've got to take the alternator off. So clearly that's looking pretty ugly, but the threads are all galled up on the. So this is the inlet pipe for it. It was on that side because the majority of Mopar small blocks pick up from that side, and as I went to pull it, so it's got a passage on both sides. You know, they come out at 45 degrees. Had a plug in on the right hand side. Sorry, left hand side, and it had the pickup on one side on the other side. So I've gone to just swap them and found that the plug is galling. Threads are all bound up as I'm trying to pull it out, so I ended up having to bore the plug out, and found that the reason it wouldn't come out is the threads are damaged. So I ran a tap through it, found the threads. The tap runs through real nice, but in the past I've had this same issue, and found that if you screw an aluminium into aluminium, or aluminum as the North Americans say, but if you screw an aluminium into aluminium, the threads will easily pick up. So the plan is screw brass into aluminium and then aluminium into brass. But yeah, I'll whip all of this off. I've got to finish this off. I've got a little piece of hose that'll go in there nicely, but this fuel line's got to be changed too. It's just ugly. When you want to change the filter, it clashes with there, so you can't pull it back to separate the bits of rubber tube. So anyway, I'll just reroute that, and then I can get into the other bits. Well, we got the fuel line off and it's copper, so I'll just anneal it. Copper work hardens, so I'll heat her up, get it back to nice, soft, pliable, workable. I straightened her up a bit. It clears all the brackets and that now, so might even scuff it and paint it because I don't really like the look of copper. I'll paint it silver so it looks, I don't know, looks better. So let me see if I can pick this up. Yeah, if you can see that, threads are damaged, but yeah, plug's in the other side now. See how it goes. Brass fitting screwed in nice and tight. I got some gasket goo in there. Should be right. But in a nutshell, once I had gotten the old plug out of here, that is, because this was screwed in here. After I'd gotten the old plug out, I noticed the threads are damaged. So I just lubed this up and just tried it just with lube. And it was binding after not a lot of turns. So we've got this, which is not going to pick up as easily on the aluminium. And now I'll screw this into here. That's and call it good. I mean, I might give that a bit of a wipe. Give that a bit of a wipe and then call it good. Not that I can get my finger in there. Now I'm making a mess. Oh, great. Anyway, you get the picture. Pretty happy with that. Looks decent. Alright, let's see if I've got a fan built for it. Close, but no cigar. Bit of gasket goo. Giddy up. Alrighty. So, there she is. And I'll put the, I'll poke that through, actually really nicely positioned. That rubber, the rubber grommet there line up beautifully with it. So I'll push that through now and lock it in and then drop the coil back in place. Hunky-dory. Alrighty, coil's back on. Pretty happy with that. Pressure line running back into the rubber grommet there. Yeah. All nestled in the back there, nice and neat. Might do the plug wires now. All right. Got rid of the old temporary spark plugs. Stuck some fresh, what are they, NGK PP6ES. And a set of ice leads. Not really that happy with this. Might have to muck around with that, but yeah, progress. Yeah, I mean, top radiator hose is done. Gauge port screwed in there because it's half inch. I mean, this is half inch, and these water ports along this Edelbrock intake are all 3/8. So since I'm using an electric water pump, screwed into the bypass, even though it sticks out like dog's balls there at the front. Whatever, bit ugly, don't care. Got a bottom radiator hose on the way. It's in the post. Alternator's on with a belt. A few other bits and pieces. Can't even remember what I've done. I've been just flat out into it, just trying to get something done. I don't know. I got to get in and I'll mount the shifter next. Because ultimately I'm just trying to get as much done, or not as much done. I'm trying to get everything I need to get done for the exhaust, and where the shifter cable goes, you can't even see it, but where the shifter cable goes determines where the exhaust goes. So, all right, made this bracket to mount me gauges on. I'm just gonna stick it up here. Stick it up here, mark it, and drill it, and then the gauges will sit right there in front of the old stereo hold. So that's the plan. A bit bright. Alright, so that's what we ended up with. Pretty happy with that. It's tilted, I don't know if you can tell, but it's tilted towards the driver. So that's good, that's helpful. You can see pretty good. Pretty happy all in all. Pretty clean installation. Pretty happy. Alright, so shifter next. Just I made this up. Just a bracket, just made out of angle iron. A little tab welded on the back there. Just tap the angle 1/4 inch. And now I'll just weld it to the tranny tunnel. So should be pretty easy. Well, there she is, sitting where I like it. I sat in the driver's seat and sort of positioned it where I want it. Now it's sort of jacked up a little bit at the back and in place with a magnet at the front. I'll get on and weld it. Alright, so I welded welded gussets on the other side. It's nice and stiff now, so it was a bit wobbly. Only thing next what I'm going to do, can't see enough, hang on, is to figure out where the cable's going through the tunnel. And, yeah, I reckon there's pretty good. Maybe, yeah, somewhere there. So, need my other hand for this. I'll mark it and see how we go. Righto. If you can see this, I've drilled the middle one because that was neutral. The one all the way further forwards was when it was right down in first, and the one furthest back was when it was in park. So I'll take the middle one, that'll be the average, we'll go from there. If you can see, I've already pilot holed it, and then I'll hole saw the sucker and we'll go from there. Well, she's good, fully adjusted, or well, properly adjusted, and yeah, ready to roll. It's time for exhaust, I suppose, but yeah, I mean, I've got other videos to do as well. I got the 360 back from the machine shop. I'm still waiting on a conrod coming from Scat in the US. That's not leaving until mid-October, so got a massive handbrake on my other work that I'm doing, my piggy bank horsepower 360. That ain't happening anytime soon. Like I said, conrod not leaving the US until October the 16th, they said last time I spoke to them, so it's pretty hectic. Yeah, the stuck 440 is still stuck. I've been soaking it with all sorts of stuff, and I can't get it to go. So I might have to change plans on that. But yeah, this is good. I'm just waiting on the grommet. It's in the post. Lower radiator hose is in the post. Other than that, this thing, exhaust, electrical, and it's ready to run the cam in. So looking forward to it. Can't wait, gentlemen. I'll talk to you soon.